let's just move ahead. Yes, so here one of the this with this question, there is one thing that comes into my mind is that one of the question that they can ask you over here is that if we see that what is this 42nd Amendment also called? 42nd Amendment of 1956, what it is called? So basically it is called as the mini constitution. So if they ask you what is this 42nd constitution so important with, or they ask you which constitutional amendment is so important, that is your 42nd amendment, because it is also in the year 1976, it is also known as your mini constitution as well, because things such as fundamental rights, 10 fundamental duties were added to it. Concept of judicial review was removed, right? And that emergency is applicable on all the states and all these things. So a lot of things were involved in this. So basically, this was so remarkable that this 42nd Amendment is also known as your mini constitution, right? So if they ask you that which constitutional amendment, so it is your 44th Amendment, right? So your 44th is your right answer. Let's just move to the other one. What is geothermal energy, basically? So geothermal energy, I hope you are well aware of it. What is geothermal energy? So here the options are the energy stored within the earth, the energy from the wind, the energy from the sun, or it is hydroelectrical energy. So basically, what geothermal energy is, see, all the energy that is stored in the earth, within the earth, right? For example, these heat that is produced from the earth, right? So it is used in form of electricity derived from it. So basically, this is your geothermal energy. So the energy stored within the earth is your geothermal energy, right? All right, great. Moving ahead, mercury and lead are two toxic elements that cause what sort of pollution? Is it noise, metal, land, or dust pollution? The right answer would be C here. Noise, can it be noise? Mercury and lead can cause noise pollution. No. Can they cause metal pollution? Can they cause land pollution or dust pollution? So you see, mercury and lead, they are released into the water, and that is why they are caused, or into the land, right? So here, that is why they are, of course, they are responsible for causing which sort of pollution. They are responsible for causing land pollution. All right. So here, your answer is going to be land pollution and not noise, metal, or dust pollution. All right. All right. And if they ask you water pollution, so here you see it can be associated with one of the disease. The Minamata Convention was regarding that only because it was here you see in that Minamata Bay of Japan, where there was rising contamination of water due to the presence of mercury in it, right? So here, there it is associated with water. So, but here this answer mercury and lead, there are two toxic elements which causes land pollution. Great. National Disaster Management Division, NDMA. We all have heard of this when COVID was there, right? And we have also heard of the ministry as well. So in under which ministry it comes, right? Is it Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Family Welfare, Ministry of Finance, Environment, and Ministry of Environment and Forests? Which one it is? So here, this NDMA, of course, it's a body which works under your Ministry of Home Affairs, right? And we have all heard of it, right? When COVID was there, so we have all heard of Ministry of this Ministry of Home Affairs, right? And they have been in charge of it because NDMA works under the Ministry of Home Affairs only. All right, moving ahead. So here the long-term weather changes such as heat, waves, rising sea level, melting glaciers, flooding, storm, drought, fires, forest fires, what all these things refers to? Is it global warming, geolocal warming, international warming, or local warming? So the answer is pretty simple. It is global warming, right? Because global warming is the thing which causes long-term weather changes, right? Yes. Putting yourself in the shoes of oneself in the shoes of another person and then understanding their situation or their perceptual world is it empathy, positive regard, genuineness, or sympathy? See, they can ask you such a thing. They have asked me such a thing in my interview as well. But what is the difference between empathy and sympathy? So here, of course, your answer is going to be empathy, because empathy is when we put ourselves in the shoes of others, then we see their situation as ours, right? When we understand the pain of others and see it as ours, and then that's how we understand the intensity of something. So that is empathy and not sympathy. Sympathy is basically sympathizing with somebody, just understanding somebody, or just positively telling them things will be fine and things like that, but it is not empathy, right? So there is a difference between empathy and sympathy. Which word among the following refers to physical and psychological exhaustion caused by an inability to cope? Is it frustration? No. Is it crisis? I won't say no. Yeah, I won't say yes. No. So no. Burnout or insomnia. See, insomnia is associated with lack of sleep. So when you are unable to sleep, right? So insomnia is associated with that. Frustration is it's something which is not related to your physical, right? It's more of psychological. Crisis as a word is not won't be used over here. Burnout is a thing where there is both physical and psychological exhaustion, right? For example, somebody just burn out from their work, the kind of work that they have been doing in the past 6 months, they have been exhausted both physically and psychologically. So the answer over here is burnout. The term dash psychology refers to using findings from psychological research to solve real world problems. We have heard this word many a times. So is it practical, pragmatic, academic, or applied? See, this word is used many a times in your social work academia and everywhere in your practice as well. So what this one says is that when we use when we apply theory into practical, right? So it is called pragmatic approach. So here this term pragmatic is used as psychology. It refers to using findings from psychological research to solving real world problems, right? So it's your pragmatic approach basically, right? All right. So here, this one. Who is the author of the book Mind, Self, and Society? Yes. This is written by Rutherford, Mahatma Gandhi, George H. Mead, or M.S. Pure. So this one book, Mind, Self, and Society, is written by George Herbert Mead, right? H is for Herbert. George Herbert Mead wrote this book, Mind, Self, and Society. All right. Mhm. Social stratification, what does this mean? We have covered an entire lecture on this in this same topic because it's important for examination point of view. So what is this about? Social stratification says that it is about the division of people on the basis of birth and social status. It is not associated with socialization, social change, or division of labor. Right? All right. Going ahead. Dash are a distinct form of justice in the Indian Constitution. Is it social, economical, and political? Is it justice, empowerment, well-being? It's social, psychological, emotional, or is it educational, social, and judicial? So here you see that in the preamble, social, economical, political have been used, right? And through the provision of DPSP and your fundamental rights, that these are the forms, distinct forms of justice that are used in the Indian Constitution, which says social, economical, and political form of justice, right? Ensuring for an individual, an Indian citizen,